Hi guys, this is R.A. Sweeney here to talk to you a little bit more about the Hadvarim plaque or the Ten Commandments plaque. Today we're going to talk about the Fourth Commandment, which typically we translate that as keep the Sabbath holy or something along those lines. And that's a pretty good translation in terms of just translating what the words that were written into English mean. But really, I wanted to expand on this a whole lot more because uh, I don't think we really grasp this well in our culture. And so I didn't even use the word Sabbath in my translation. I really talked about what the Sabbath was. And so outside of Eden, there was always this hope that we would be returning to Eden. That's what Genesis 3 promises, that there's going to be someone who will come and crush the head of the serpent so that he can make a way back into Eden for us. Um, and really, that's the entire hope of the gospel message, is that one day we'll be able to re enter Eden. And now in Jesus, we're able to re enter Eden. And so I really wanted to focus the language on that because that's what the Sabbath is all about. Outside of Eden, you've got the 7 day or the 6 days where God was creating things, and on the seventh day, he's done and he just sits back to enjoy Eden. And so he gave us that cycle to look forward to when everything's complete and all we have to do is sit back and enjoy. And so there's this daily cycle on the Sabbath day every week of we've worked and now we've got a chance to just rest and trust that God's got everything and providing for us. Then there was also the Sabbath year. So every seventh year you would take off. And then you had the year of Jubilee. So after 7 Sabbath cycles, you'd take an extra year. And so there's all these patterns of Sabbathing where you have worked because you're not in Eden and work is part of our life. But then God gives us these tastes of Eden where we don't have to work, where we're not toiling and slaving and sweating to produce for ourselves, but we're just trusting in God's generous provision and enjoying that sort of Sabbath lifestyle. And so I think when the Ten Commandments were given, it's obviously a kingdom not yet realized sort of situation. So they would engage in these Sabbath patterns to look forward to the day when the way to Eden was reopened. But I think for us, looking back at having uh, Jesus has already been here. He's already accomplished that. The way into Eden has already been opened, and it's not a future thing. It's not a one day we get to enjoy the Eden life. It's a Jesus has opened the way. Walk back in, enjoy. Eden blessings are flowing from him to us, and it's not fully achieved. I think that the point is we're supposed to be part of that fully achieving, but we are able to enjoy that here and now, at least in the ways that we can. And so, really, to me, what Sabbath looks like in a New Testament context is a daily, moment by moment, just enjoying God's provision, trusting that he is generous and that he provides abundantly, and that we don't need to live in a scarcity mindset. We don't need to toil and sweat in order to survive, but we are just about building God's kingdom and enjoying that union with him. And so to me, it's not a weekly thing. It's not a, every 7 years thing or anything like that. It is just a moment by moment living as though we actually believe that the way back into Eden is open and that we want to be a part of that. So that's the Fourth Commandment on the Hadvarim plaque. Thanks, guys.